Hello, this is Susan Kraft, and I am your host tonight for Creativity in Silicon Valley. Today we have two guests with us, Sumit Vishwanakarma and Caroline Musto. I'm snickering a little bit because I have stumbled over his name a few times. Sorry for that.
That's
anyway, would you please tell us your role in your Creativity in Silicon Valley?
Yes,
So-
so I'm the founder and CEO of Mobile Art Academy.
Mobile Art Academy.
Yes, so as the name says, mobile art. So we are teaching how to do art on the mobile devices. Both me and Caroline, we started 5 years back, and we have came a long way now. We run summer camps where different kids' apps for art and creativity are taught by our teachers, our instructors. And we also teach online through our platform called mobileart.how.
Mobileart.how, H-O-W.
H-O-W, how to
Because
learn.
How to learn, how to learn. Great. So can you demonstrate some of what a child might do?
Wonderful, yes, I would definitely would love to do that.
Great. On your iPad right here.
on
and
my
we've got
iPad.
cameras that show.
Exactly,
Great.
but before that, let me show you some of the work done by
okay.
our students. We are very proud of them.
Beautiful.
Look at this beautiful
So
flower.
can we have a camera on here? Oh, beautiful. Thank you.
And you can zoom in and see the details, right? Even over here, look at this work.
Oh, man, look at that.
is
Now, how old was
beautiful.
this child that did this?
She was 11.
11 years old. Look at that.
Very nice.
Wow.
And then even smaller kids can pick this.
That's very
like-
cute. The two cats with the curly tail.
Yes,
Yeah,
wonderful.
very nice.
So I'll show you a quick demo of these apps.
Okay.
The first one is called 53, Paper 53.
Paper
Pap-
53.
Paper 53,
Okay.
exactly.
That's the name of the app.
That's
okay.
the name of the app, right? So
Okay.
basically, you can open this nice canvas. You can pick different brushes. So I'm going to show you a quick
Okay.
drawing of a cat, which
So
we teach
there's
our kids.
Beautiful. Very
So you
good.
make this,
Okay. And what
and
else are you
then
going to do to
you
it?
just make an outer periphery
Uh-huh.
to show this as a cat.
Oh, look at that. Isn't that fun?
Yeah.
I
And
got-
then, you can undo if there's a mistake.
Uh-huh.
So there you go.
Oh.
Much better, right? And you can color this cat. So you can pick this.
Oh, look at
color
that.
that,
That's
right.
really cool.
Yeah, so you can color it. So this is one of the apps,
Mm-hmm.
and then there are different other apps. We also teach animation in our classes.
Okay.
Right? Yeah, so I'll quickly show you this app where
Okay.
we teach
And,
animation.
and what is this animation?
Animation.
Animation
Yeah, this is
app called?
Doing Animation. So here.
Doing animation.
Doing animation. Yeah.
Pretty fast.
So I just made a smiley,
Okay.
and I duplicate this smiley, right? And what I will do is I'm going to make these eyes blink. Let's see how. So I'm going
Okay.
to paint on the eyes here.
You got
make-
that? Look at that.
Yeah. So now I
Okay.
have two frames. One, the eyes are open, and one, the eyes are closed. And if you can play this, it looks like that.
Oh my goodness, it's blinking fast. All
right?
right.
So if it is blinking fast, you're right, it's blinking fast. You can always go and change the time it's blinking.
The
so you
time,
can, yeah.
okay.
So now it's going to blink.
Oh, kids will love doing this. Oh my
Right.
goodness. And you teach this in your classes.
We teach
All
this
right.
in our class. So a very simple example of these apps, which we try to teach, and kids just love it.
And so these classes, you all have to know, these are free. So
Yeah, so the classes, the demos we do at libraries are free.
That's great.
So people just come
Wonderful.
with their iPads and sit and learn. Right?
and that's here in Silicon Valley, but also you offer these online.
Yes, we have free classes
so
online.
all over the world.
All over the world.
And you
Anyone
have-
can take it at the platform mobileart.how. So,
And you have a Facebook page, and you have thousands of followers on Facebook page.
thousands
That's
of followers.
great.
Right.
That's great. So is there anything else you want to talk about for your demos or your
Sure.
maybe
So-
your
Of course. As you can see, there are more apps. One of the apps I would want to show is called Art Rage.
Art
And-
Rage, what a cool
exactly.
name.
And the reason I want to show this app is this app kind of mimics the traditional oil painting. So for example, if I pick a color and put it on the canvas like this,
Yeah.
and pick another color and put it in the canvas like this,
Uh-huh.
I can blend this color as if you're blending in real traditional paint. Look at this.
Look at that. It's beautiful.
So these are.
I think it's easier on here than it is on the canvas. I'll tell you
exactly.
that. I
Not
don't
as
blend
me-
that easily.
no
Mine-
mess.
No, and it doesn't stay that clean either. My brush gets it all messy. So
Exactly.
that looks really nice. That's very
Yeah.
cool.
So
And that's Artrage.
that art rage.
Just Artrage.
Art
Okay.
rage, yes.
All right. Are these apps free or low cost?
So Paper
or?
53 is free.
Uh-huh.
So this app 53 is free,
Uh-huh.
right? And Artrage and all these are just $4
They're
or
just-
$5.
Yeah, it's like normal apps. Okay. So you don't have any connection to those apps. You just use them because they're
yeah,
great. They're great apps.
exactly. We make lesson plans and our instructor
Okay.
go and teach those apps.
So one of the things, so that brings up the whole idea. Well, you teach kids, and you also are going to talk later about teaching adults and elderly. That it's very low cost, and also you don't have to worry about having your canvases build up or studio cost. It's just right there.
Exactly, it's right over there. And
Okay.
Caroline can tell you about our adult classes and what she's been teaching.
So how did you two meet?
Well, she's a traditional artist, and I am engineer by profession, but I love
You're an
to draw.
engineer? Okay.
Yeah.
I thought you said genius, but okay, probably
Well,
genius engineer.
genius also.
He's both. He is a
I'm both.
He is a genius.
All right.
So I started to draw on my iPhone, and I realized with iPad I get bigger canvas. So I started drawing on iPad, and I started to post my work online. And she noticed me through Facebook page where we all post our work, and she said, "Let's meet for coffee." I said, "Why not?"
Well, you must have posted some pretty nice stuff
Yeah.
for an artist to say, "Who are you? What are you doing?"
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
He'd given speeches at, you know,
Macworld,
Macworld and
TED.
TEDx and all
Yeah.
kinds of things.
Wow, you have a TEDx
I
talk.
was
Yeah.
at TEDx
No
too.
kidding.
Yeah,
Cool.
yeah. So,
Yeah.
so that's how we met, and we started Mobile Art Academy.
Okay, so is there anything you want to talk about? You've got some paintings behind us on the wall. Is there anything you want to talk about those?
Well,
or-
all these works are basically done on iPad, and this is opening up just a new medium, right? So you paint on the iPad just like you paint on regular canvas. And you know, painting on iPad gives you the flexibility that you can take it anywhere. So very portable, right? And you can always do lots of experiments because you can always undo your work, you know, remove the layer you have worked on, put a new layer. So it gives you a lot of power, you know.
Well, very good. I have a question for you. What is this MDAC all about, and how can people? What is this MDAC?
Get involved, right?
Yeah.
So MDEC is the annual conference we have been doing for 5
The
years now.
Mobile conference.
Yeah, it's a mobile art conference and
Mobile, digital art, and creativity.
MDAC.
Yeah,
Okay.
MDAC. That's the full form.
M
And-
is little, and then DAC is all caps. Okay.
Yeah. And so basically it's two-part. One is the exhibition where people from all over the world, they display their work. And then there is a conference, which is a 2-day conference. And we have master instructors coming in and teaching different apps.
Okay.
All
cool.
about mobile art and creativity.
So there's a lot of you guys out there.
Yes.
Yeah. How
we've been
many
busy.
people belong to MDAC?
Oh my goodness. So we display 100 artists.
You can't even
Yeah.
think.
1,300 people submitted work this year.
Yeah. But we pick only top 100.
We pick 100.
So do you guys run MDAC?
Yes, we do.
You do. So you started the website, you started the academy, and you started MDAC.
Exactly.
Wow.
So
Okay.
we're kind of like a hub for mobile artists everywhere.
Okay. Well, that makes sense. Wow. Well, of course, and you're in Silicon Valley, so that makes sense too.
Yeah.
So wonderful.
Yeah.
So is there anything else on your pad that you want to talk about? We've got a few minutes
Well,
left for
yeah,
your.
I can show
section?
some of my work. So this painting has been in various galleries.
Oh, it's
so if you can put the
beautiful.
oh, there it is.
So yeah, very up.
Right.
Yep.
And then one of the other painting which kids
Oh, that was
love.
quick.
Oh, sorry. This is a Spider-Man painting. This
It sure is.
Yeah, this is done in an app called Procreate.
Yeah.
There you go. Maybe this is better.
There you go.
Yeah, and you can see all the details over here, the reflection on the eye.
Look at that.
so on,
And you did
right.
that all freehand.
All freehand on my iPad using my finger. Actually, the Apple Pencil was not there before. This Apple Pencil, this was
Oh.
not there before.
Oh, interesting.
So I used my finger to draw this painting.
Yeah.
Right.
Wow.
Yeah.
Very
so
nice.
yeah, this kind of stuff. So I've been kind of painting on my iPad for almost 5 years now.
Uh-huh.
Right. So
Oh, here's a classic one that you.
Yeah.
When you're in art school, you're that's one of the things you have to do is paint a crumpled paper bag and paint a can or a bottle of something so you get those curvature and the reflections and
Exactly.
wow, look
You
at
did
that.
good.
But I have never been to an art school.
I know, you're a natural. It's great. No wonder she found you. I mean, it's pretty clear to me why she found you.
Yeah.
How she found you. Why she
Well, I
found you,
found
how
her
she
too,
found you.
so
Yeah.
yeah.
Yep, of course.
That's great.
Yep. So that's beautiful.
Thank
You
you.
really have an eye. You definitely have an eye. So thank you. Is there anything else that you want to show us on your
Well,
iPad?
I have
Another-
lots of work, but we really don't want to go. But sometimes I do fun stuff like just bring two people together. This me.
Oh, okay.
myself.
Oh, okay. So that's a photo of you at a conference, or?
Yeah. Yeah. So you can basically take images and bring in this app. This is
Oh,
myself.
is that funny? You're talking to yourself. Oh,
I'm talking to myself, and the title was "In Conversation with My Alter Ego."
oh yeah. Okay. Totally. Totally.
So yeah,
Okay.
so I kind of do this kind of fun stuff.
Well, thank you.
Sure.
Okay. So I think what I'd like to do is we've got about another 18 minutes left in our show, so I would like to talk to you about your slides that you have on that we can see on TV. So can we bring those up and discuss those?
Absolutely.
Okay, Caroline Muster, please give us. You are the co-founder and
I'm a co-founder, and I take care of all the education aspect, and I've been teaching in Silicon Valley for the past 5 years, and I've taught people from age 6 to 88, I think was the oldest person, maybe 90, and taught, Avenidas, like all sorts of different places, Filoli, etc. And I just have a passion for, encouraging people, especially those who are retired like myself, to just, see the joy of art and of creating. And it's so easy for them. So
it's amazing to say how easy it is. And it's clearly, it's this 11-year-old and it happens so fast. It's just, it is amazing and so easy.
Yeah.
So introduction, a little introduction.
Yeah.
I hear accents from both of you.
Well,
so
I'm English, and he's not from England.
Yes, I'm from India.
What part of India are you from? What part of England are you from?
I'm from the central part of India.
Central part of India?
I'm a Londoner.
A Londoner, okay.
Yeah, well, but I was brought up in Cornwall.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Doc Martin.
Oh,
that
I love
that
Doc
kind of
Martin.
area. That's where I was brought up. Yes.
Okay, that's a cute little village.
Yes,
It's a very cute little
exactly.
village.
All the way down, and so.
And who would have thought, right? You two growing up in different places, different eras, and here you are making a big difference in Silicon Valley, in the world, for artists and technologists and iPad people. And this is
we have a passion for just inspiring people to create. Like our whole mission is that we don't want people using their devices to consume things. We want them to use their devices to create things.
to create
Exactly.
things and then give out instead of just take in. That's a wonderful way to
Exactly.
think about it. I love that. I
Yeah,
love
so
that.
I've worked very closely with Palo Alto Unified School District to work out how to get kids to do that in school, because it's something they can go home and do. And they have iPads now in school, so why not use them?
That's right.
And
That's
they're
right.
very good tools to learn basic art about color, line, composition, basics. So
And I saw the brushes that Summit
it's
was showing
amazing.
us.
And it's, especially with younger children, it's amazing what they can come up with. And, they've written books with us, they've made movies, they've done so many things. I mean, my youngest book writer was 7, and her book's amazing.
That's
And she wrote it and illustrated
of
it
the
all by
illustrations.
herself.
That's amazing. So let's see some of the. You have some slides you want to show
I
us.
have some
So
slides I wanted to show because
we have them actually in the
Yeah.
studio in the control room. So they're going to show us these. There you go. So here's a fine art image by a woman named Kate.
These are people that actually came to, we chose and we showed their work. This is Kate Barber. She's from Seattle, very good artist, and she's that's her painting. I think it's actually of her husband.
Oh,
playing-
okay.
Anyway, so that's the next one,
the next one, please.
that we can see. This is a beautiful painting by a girl from this year's show that just happened. And this is a drawing by her.
From MDEC. Okay.
From MD. Yes, we displayed that. She was a winning Sandra Becker. Beautiful image.
Okay. Next one,
And then
please.
the next one is actually by an Italian artist. And that was from our second show.
M somebody.
And I don't know, can't remember her
the name?
name, but I know she's Italian. And it uses an app called Procreate, very strong app that we teach and you can learn about. And the next one, this is from this year's show done by Catherine Randall, who lives up in Northern California. Beautiful artist. And then the next one we have, oh yeah, this is a lovely one. And this is by an artist called Jeff Hebert. And he has actually done some of our classes. He actually instructs. He's using an app called Sketchbook.
And this looks like mud flats.
Yes, mud flats, absolutely. And it's a beautiful, very, very nice, very nice. So very proud of these artists and the work that they do, and that we have the chance to show it on, you know, you can see it on Facebook, on our Facebook, and you can go and find out more about it on our website.
So and what is this one here?
Well, now this one was actually the winning piece, not surprising, in our very second show. And this lady is herself. She does murals, and she was this year.
Yeah, can I add a little bit? This is a little bit sad story because she's no more with us.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay, she passed away. All right.
She passed away. She had she has some cancer. Actually, I just came to know about that news. It was very shocking.
Okay.
But great artist, you know, we all remember her.
Work.
That's what art does. It leaves a legacy of who you are, and while you're living, you live to your fullest extent of producing and creating. We're creatives. That's who we are. So how can adults take advantage of your classes?
I would say the best thing is just to get more information. Go to mobileart.how. There's free classes. We do offer free classes. You know, visit our Facebook page.
And Facebook page, and they just do search
Mobile Art Academy. Just search Mobile Art Academy and Facebook, and you'll find us. We have thousands of followers. And just get going. Just, you know, get out your phone or whichever type of phone, download some apps, start experimenting. If you need some help with it, help you, you know, post your work, get part of the community. It's
so
really
on your Facebook
lovely.
page, they can post there, or they have to be qualified? No. I mean, do you qualify them, or you just join?
Anyone can post.
And they can post anything. Okay.
Yes.
And do you moderate
Art,
them?
basically.
He moderates it.
You moderate? Okay.
Yeah, we have a couple of moderators.
Yeah, a couple that it doesn't all fall on your shoulders, because you work full time as an engineer. You're a family man.
As an engineer, I'm a family man.
An engineer, so you've got a lot going on. Yeah. On the other side. So, and you also take care of the website, I imagine.
Yeah, now we have a couple of people taking care of websites and Facebook and promotions and marketing. So yeah.
So, I'm sorry, Caroline. I think I wanted to ask you about your iPad samples after you showed us these beautiful slides.
Well, if they can actually show the picture on this was the one we had. And this is just showing you the work that comes from some of our students. This is a lady that had never done any painting when she came to us.
Wow. And how old is this lady?
She's 60.
She's a retired lady.
Retired, beautiful woman.
And never worked before.
Again, this is a girl.
Wow. Let's take a look at that.
Very talented. This her painting she did of her and her husband. This I'm really proud of.
So let's go back to that last one you just did.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of detail in there. So let's take a look at
detail.
this. Let's just hold it for a minute and look at that detail. And so that's a portrait of herself and her husband.
And her husband.
Photograph. Now, did she use a photograph and she painted over the photograph, or was
No, she painted from a photograph.
From a photograph.
She did not paint over it.
Wow.
This lady here did paint. She's a totally new artist. I encourage them to use photographs. It's a great way to learn. But look at how beautiful that painting is.
It's beautiful. It is gorgeous.
And that's her grandson. And she was so proud of that.
Wow.
And this is what keeps Summit and I going.
Yep.
When we see people producing something that they can be proud of, that's what makes it all worthwhile.
So she can print this out
and
gift it to her daughter.
She did.
And she can have it for her own home.
Absolutely.
And she used one of these styles that you have. We're going to talk about the styles of printing in just a minute.
Yeah.
So so this is amazing. So and how old was this woman?
She's actually late 70s.
Late 70s. Okay. And you have people that are all the way.
She started with me 3 years ago.
Great.
She came to one of my classes.
And just started painting at this. This was it. This is where she
and
started.
then she just comes every Tuesday and has fun, and it's really a terrific community, very friendly community.
It's humbling, really.
Well, it's great to do, and there's no doubt. Now we know categorically that, you know, investing in doing things creatively in later life is very, very helpful, and it's more than helpful. It's actually vital to your, you know, to your own health, and it improves your memory because it's problem solving.
It's right. It is problem solving, and it's also there's a feedback loop on
Yes,
positive
people can
affirmation
actually get back to you. You can show people what you're doing. It's easy. You can relax. You don't have to worry that you're going to put the paint in the wrong place and then you just ruined another canvas.
That's right, because you can undo.
That's right, and you don't have a bunch of canvases to store, but you can print them.
You don't have to worry about wet paint and
You don't have
dry
to worry
paint
about that.
and
You don't have to
cracking
worry
paint
about
and-
getting, you know, overexposed to paint,
It's true.
which
That's
is
right.
can be a big problem. It
Cleaning
was
your
for me.
brushes.
Yeah, no cleaning of brushes.
No cleaning. You can put it away, and you can sit in front of the TV while everybody else is watching the game and do some painting.
So you just gave away a little secret. So you were a lifelong painter.
Yes.
All right. You went to college as an
Getting
artist.
filthy all my life. My
Yes.
mother used to have to take me home and scrub me.
And you just said you started getting reactions to paint.
I did. I was working in Hollywood. I was a scenic painter.
And is this why you went to iPad?
No, not why I went to iPad because but I'd retired, and honestly, I thought that was the end of it. Couldn't do it anymore. Had been overexposed to a lot of rather toxic paint.
Right.
And my son gave me an iPad and downloaded this app, Paper 53. Said, "Mom, I think you might like this."
Wow.
I was retired,
That's
but then I
wonderful.
stopped retiring. And that was the end of my retirement. I can't like that. Now I'm busier than I ever was ever.
Wow. That's
Yeah,
amazing.
because of this
Yeah,
guy.
yeah.
He
great.
keeps me busy.
Well, you know, I mean, we never thought we will be over here, you know, this far off, and it's pretty big
Yeah, we
achievement.
never
you
thought
know.
we'd come this far, but
Yeah.
it was something important. It kind of resonates, I think, with people, and then they can print their work and they can make it look, you know, I mean, the gains are immense for people.
I mean, for me, I mean, it's also personal because I have a son. He's like 7, and he's very
He's
creative.
Very creative.
Very creative. He just illustrated his own book.
Oh, here's
called-
another one that did this.
yes.
Oh my goodness.
It's called the Big Book of Emojis. So all done on the iPad, illustrated
Oh my
on the
goodness.
iPad.
What do you
Yeah.
think about the movie that came out? They think
Oh.
you think he stole the
Actually, you know, he had some of his own new ones,
Yeah.
and we have to copyright them.
Oh.
Yeah, so he was very
Really?
creative.
My
Exactly.
goodness. So the painting that's behind you, I don't know if any of the cameras can get it or not. That's from your son.
That's from my
the
son.
little red
yes.
house with
Yeah.
the blue sky. It's beautiful.
Exactly,
Yeah.
and he did that then when he was like 6 or something. Yeah, so
Oh,
he,
well, long time ago. He was only
right,
6.
right. Long time.
He was only in first grade then.
Yeah,
Now
but
he's
the
second.
best part I like about is the kids can do a lot of experiments because there's no fear to make mistakes.
Right.
Because you can undo the mistakes, right? That's where they build confidence, right? And that's what we want. our
And they
kids
really
to
can
have.
express themselves and do their own thing, what they want to do and what they want to say. And you'd be surprised how much comes out and how
Sure.
creative they it just
Art therapy.
always amazes
Art
me.
therapy.
Yep.
It's very therapeutic.
I can imagine. So I have another few questions for you, Caroline.
Yes.
Can you create fine art on this disc? Well, I mean, obviously, it's clearly fine art. I don't have to ask you that question. I'm going to answer that question. Yes, fine art is on the iPad, and we had a movie. We had a museum show, so by one of your favorite.
My
Artists.
favorite, yes, when I was in college a long time ago, longer than we'll talk about, I loved an artist called David Hockney.
But you still love him.
And I
Today.
still love him. And he was the first person to experiment, first artist to experiment. He started with an iPhone on his
So-
way, driving to San Francisco, and then had a huge show about 4 years ago at the Young. And has just had a huge one at the Tate Modern and in
Really,
Paris.
with
yeah.
the iPad.
Yes, with all his
art?
iPad art.
So can you talk about that just a little bit?
Yeah,
I don't want to cut off
I
some of
think
these
it was
other questions,
amazing
but
because his work, you both saw the process itself,
Mm-hmm.
because you can play back paintings that you do. It has many of the art of the apps have a playback function,
Mm-hmm.
so you can see a video of what you did. So you could see how he did it. And
what-
then some of his work was printed 12 foot high.
what did he print on?
He printed on a material called dye bond. That's the main one for the big paintings. which-
Dye bond.
Yeah, dye bond,
And you have one of
D-I-B-O-N-D.
your
It's
paintings-
actually, yeah, well, like one of my paintings is printed on that same material. It's it's a metal,
Metal.
and it was developed for sign painting or for signage.
Okay.
And but it takes color beautifully, very beautiful color, and it's kind of matte, so it looks lovely. And yeah, so I've had to search around to find somebody who printed a dye bond, and I found them in Poland, of all places, and that's where I had to go. And
So you sent your image.
I sent my image on the
then
iPad, and then
they
it
shipped it
came
to
back
you.
from Poland. Yeah,
And the cost for shipping cost was
you would be ridiculous. It was
It is
so
ridiculous.
like maybe $14. I
What?
know, I know. It was ridiculous.
ridiculously cheap.
Yes.
Ridiculously cheap.
Wow. Okay.
I mean, it costs more to print it, but
all right. So we get
not a lot.
well, do your own research, everybody. But that's amazing. That's great. So
Yes.
sign printing. Okay.
And you can print. You know, we have local printers and.
All right,
kinds
so
of
I have
stuff.
to ask you this. So, what type of help? Let's see. Now I want to ask about the teachers. How can teachers start using these apps?
Well, they can start learning by just going to mobileart.how, where we also have tools
Okay.
for teachers.
That's wonderful. Okay, and so you, like you were saying earlier, that you give demos at museums, not museums, in libraries,
Right.
and so teachers are often, they're pretty
we've done-
compatible with libraries.
yeah,
What about
plus-
schools? Do you give demos at schools
Yes,
and things
we
like
do.
this? Yeah.
We
We've
do.
done professional development days
Oh, okay.
for all types of teachers.
Yes.
Okay. all
Always
right.
willing to do that.
Yeah.
Anybody that's interested, we'll always help.
Yep. We always want to teach.
Is there anything else you want to tell me that you want to show on your iPad? And is there anything else you want to talk about on these panels?
Well, I
Which
would
one do you
think
want me
on
to
the
go with?
panels, if they can
panels?
look
Can
at
you
the
get some close-ups on any of the
here.
panels? So just don't point.
Yeah,
just
so-
describe it.
Yeah,
You're
so
gonna
you
knock
can
over.
see that they're working. You know, you just see the choices you have, like from printing on metal to shiny metal to printing on Giclée canvas.
So the one with the yellow background and the children running, that is on a canvas.
That's one of my paintings. Yeah, my granddaughter. Doing
That's your
her-
granddaughter. Okay.
And yes, and that is printed on canvas, and so is the painting behind you that kind of matches very well with your.
Oh,
with
behind
you.
me.
Yeah.
Which is over here. I don't know, but I can't see. I don't. Oh, this little one right behind me.
Also printed on
Okay,
canvas.
so I think if you can give me camera one, there you go. Yeah, we'll go this way. There, it's beautiful.
So you can see you can get a pretty, really nice result if you
That's on canvas also.
also on canvas and
Okay.
that, so that was.
Very good. Very good. What type of help can you give to people who cannot get to your classes?
I would say the best help would be to visit our website
Yes.
at mobileart.how
Okay.
and find out about us.
Okay.
And visit our Facebook page.
I want to thank you very much for both of you coming here.
Well,
your
thank
Facebook
you.
page, your .how website. It
Yes.
sounds exciting and wonderful and
We hope-
new and lovely. Thank you very, very
Thank you
much.
so much, Susan.
Okay, you're
Yeah.
welcome. Thank you
Susan.
very much.
That was awesome.
And good luck to all of you, to both of you, and all your classes, and all your teachers, and your staff, and the kids, and the adults that come to your class. It's wonderful. Thank you so much.
This was great.
All right, thank you.
Good.